So we have a problem today, and I believe it's a problem we can address together. I think all of us as a society right now have a low tolerance for taking time to understand things, and really like an impatience when it comes to listening or reading. And so I just want to highlight how critical and how important it is to listen to things in more of their entirety. And I say more of their entirety, but I think it's better to say in their entirety, because otherwise we lose context. Just as an example, a lot of people listen to or highlight certain things Dr. King said, talking about 5 seconds out of, or maybe let's say 20 seconds in some cases, out of a 44-minute speech or sermon. And so we're missing a lot of the thesis behind the statements. And what we can have in that case, in those cases, is we can have, it's almost like a sugar rush from something that was part of what he said, but we missed the whole substance of the meal of what he was saying. And that's just one example. And Dr. King is one example of that we do that with. But I mean, we do that with the Bible. We do that with politics. We do that with people that are speaking today. And, we have that, we've been conditioned, and we've developed this short attention span, and we really need to just broaden that. It takes some discipline. It takes some stretching of that muscle, some working out of that attentive muscle, that ability to listen and watch something that's lengthy. But it's big and it's important. And I think that if you do that with Dr. King's speeches, and you do that with his sermons, you will realize, oh my gosh, he's prophetic, and he's speaking about things that are happening even today that we really need to grab hold of. And love is not the blanket solution that you just put on top of everything, but you have to get into the deep issues that he was addressing very specifically, and then bring love into that, yes, and have love in the midst of it, yes. But there are difficult things that have to be addressed, and there are evil things that have to be addressed. And those things are inside of many of us. Those things are in our mind, our heart. They're also in our culture, in our systems. And he talked about those things very extensively. Not only him, but Fannie Lou Hamer and the work that she did. You got Bob Moses. You've got all these other great men and women in the civil rights movement, just as an example, but before and after that as well. So just want to encourage everyone on that one. And these are some reminders I was getting from friends of mine this weekend, and also something that I was just hearing from Roland Martin on something he shared in Texas yesterday at an MLK ceremony. So great reminders. And look, the prophetic voice of today, it's not going to be comfortable to hear. And that's another thing that causes us to tune out, is comfortability, and this desire to always feel comfortable. And when we feel challenged, we start to immediately think that this must be wrong, or this must be directed at me, or this must be offensive toward me, or that the person that's carrying this message is personally attacking me. And no, that's not the case at all. But there may be some things that you carry that are an antithesis and are an enemy to the truth. And so the uncomfortability of addressing those things inside of us is something we need to embrace, and that's not comfortable. It's also not comfortable to really extend our capacity in listening and reading things in full context. But those things are necessary. If you want to be fit, if you want to be revitalized, if you want to be awake, if you want to be alert, if you want to be discerning if you want to have discretion, if you want to have wisdom, if you want to have knowledge, you're going to have to put in that time. There's documentaries, there are books, there are so many sources. And right now, I believe that we have an opportunity, a short window maybe, that you can take advantage of getting that information, getting that knowledge, getting those skills, and developing those internal muscles in your brain and in your heart and in your soul. It's emotional work. It's a lot of things. But believe me when I say this, it is worth it. And believe me when I say this, that if you care about the concept of love, then you'll do that work to really develop love in the ways that have been uncomfortable for you in the past. And you will develop a compassion that is deeper, and you'll develop a deeper intimacy with God's truth, and with loving people and loving your neighbor. So be encouraged and go out there and fight the good fight of faith. Like, there is some difficult things going on in the streets right now. There are some difficult things you have to wrestle with. But I'm telling you, there are answers. There are a lot of solutions, and there is a lot of hope as well. But you have to embrace the fact that uncomfortability is a friend right now. You have to become a friend of that workout that is required, and you will benefit from it. Be blessed. Have an awesome day.